This is the exact setup on how to automate the whole process of your ClickUp system and how to automate your whole lead intake and onboarding system all in one in this short video. So if you don't know who I am, I'm going to do a short introduction. My name is Maxi, and this is the process we've used to save on average 8K and 200 plus hours for digital marketing agencies. In the past 2 years, our automation agency well designed, focus on CRM systems, automation, scalable systems all over the world. Here's our exact process that we've used to help scale across 40 plus companies since the beginning of 2024. So in this case, in the last video, I mentioned how to actually win and how to actually identify the core issues of your business and why leads are super important. So in this triangle, we talked about how leads are super important for your business and how much they're actually worth and why you should track every single lead that is interested in your service and how you can kind of close them. So in this case, I'm going to show the exact process on how to use Typeform, Calendly or Tally to basically automate the process of actually getting those clients in a CRM system and how to get the whole system running. So first off, I'm going to mention two different options. We have one paid option and one free option. The free option would be fill out, just called fill out. It's a free option. I think you can do, yeah, okay, I don't have access to it, but yeah, we have 1,000 requests basically for free, and you can kind of do a lot inside of the system. So it's free for basically you have 1,000 free responses per month. You have unlimited seats, unlimited forms, multi-page forms, and we have logic and so on. Extremely cheap. If you want this, you can just sign it up. Works the same way as the other platforms. But if you want a slightly professional look, let's use Typeform. Pricing, of course, is on the heavier side. In this case, you pay a tiny bit more, sure, 25 euro per month, basically, if you have monthly, and you have 100 responses and you have one user, and that's basically it. So let's sign up and just go through all the steps. So let's sign up for Typeform. Let's use a new account, which I haven't used before, hopefully. So I think you have a free trial or something, if I'm not wrong, inside of here, like 14 days or no, 10. You have 10 free cents. So in this case, we're going to sign up for fill out, or in this case, I'm going to use it for school. I'm just going to kind of fill everything out. And we have, of course, the start from scratch. So we're going to create the first logic. Either you can do it, of course, also inside of ClickUp. It's completely up to you. Let me just check. So you can also have intake forms inside of ClickUp. So those are the three options. Fill out forms, ClickUp forms because it's natively integrated with this CRM, or we have Typeform because it looks more professional. It depends if you're sending this out to your client or if you're filling out this manually yourself. But let's pick the best option, right? We want the first name. There's plenty of stuff you can do. We can also just say welcome. It's up to you, but we can add content. We add contact info, and this will be basically fill out contact information. You can customize, you can add colors, you can design, and so on. You can do whatever you want, to be honest. Buttons, backgrounds. I mean, hopefully you get the point. You can do a lot instead of here. But I won't change too much. I will just keep it as is, and I'm going to show you how this works. So next step, sign up for make.com. Go on the free plan. You don't have to pay for it. Just sign in, sign up, free account. You don't need anything else. In this case, we're going to use my account. We're going to first step, we want scenarios. We create a scenario. We're going to, in this case, search for Typeform. We're going to use watch responses, create a webhook. We sign into the account you just recently created. Yeah, I'm going to call it hello, well designed. So just know what email I sign up with. You accept. And this should work now. Let's see. Creating webhook. So once you're logged in, you press on form ID. You of course add the new form you just created or an old form. You press on save, and let's actually just try an example. So we're going to run once. We're going to back into this one. We're going to let's press on share. We press on yes, amazing, thank you. Yeah, okay. We press on share. We press on copy link. That shouldn't be there, who cares? We fill this out quite quick. Let's fill out my own information. Let's fill out my phone number. This is Swedish, of course. Of course, it's not my actual phone number, for those of you wondering. And then my company called, well assigned. Now, once I press submit, we're going to, nice, thank you, amazing. Of course, we can customize this and change it. That's besides the point. We have all the answers, name, and so on. Now, the first step is done. We've received the answers. Now we connect into ClickUp. If you haven't signed up with ClickUp before, if you have not used ClickUp before, I do have a 12-part free guide in my description, or I just have other YouTube videos you can watch on the system. So you can connect this into whatever CRM you have. If you have Monday, if you have ClickUp, if you have HubSpot, Asana, Trello, Airtable, just use whatever it fits. It's going to be the same for all platforms. ClickUp. We're going to, in this case, create a task like this. We're going to workspace. We're going to press on my workspace. We're going to press on, let's say, the campaign launcher, folder, client onboardings, lists, client onboarding tasks. And in here, we're going to fill out everything. So task name will be the, I think, company name, in my opinion. Content and so on. I'm going to assign myself. I'm going to set status on waiting on info, priority on normal, due date, let's say maybe add days, let's say, hopefully I do this correct. Now let's say I add 3 days. 3 days. Let's say onboarded no, conversion goal notes. Let's say in notes I can add my, or what's me, client name. I'm going to put this, and we're going to put this. Company name, well assigned, platforms, let's say Google, campaign time, ad spend. Do I have contact phone number? I do have. Do I have contact name? Email, I don't think we have. Let's just use a note from my mails. Now, let's do a launch. I'm going to fill this out. Let's go into ClickUp. Go into campaign launcher. Go into client onboardings. Go into here. Let's see, we have a bunch of tasks, as you can see, all with subtasks apparently. Now, if we fill out this nice form again, can I copy this? I can. Choice 2, who cares? Name, last name, Sweden. Now like this, and let's do well assigned. We submit. Nice. It will now go back to make, where we see created a task, and just like that, we go into the client onboardings. We have a new task called well assigned. We have Google, we have assigned myself, due date in 3 days, client name myself, company name, contact phone number. I did add my notes in my address, but yeah, you get the point. It's not more difficult than that. Extremely simple. Now, this is not all, of course. We can do even more things inside of here. We can go back to make. We can send an email. So just send an email. Or just send mail, of course. Send an email. We're going to put in the subject line, say, welcome to the team. Or just say, welcome. Let's pick my first name. Let's say, hey, glad to have you on board. Here is a guide you can read. Link. And that should be it. We have, of course, add recipient. Let's put in my email. Press on save. What else can we do? We can create Google Drives for them. So we can get a, I'm gonna change this though. So we get my on notes. I want to change this to contact address, like that. Perfect. We press on save. And now we're going to another thing called drive. We're going to create a folder. We're going to, like that, we're going to, of course, go into ClickUp. We're going to update a task, not attachment. We're going to update a task. Edit a task with custom fields. We're going to put in the list workspace, my workspace, of course, space. We're going to put the campaign launcher. We're going to put the folder, we're going to this folder as we did before. We're going to put list in here. The only thing we will change is we'll add press a map on the task ID from here. We will then do something like in the notes. We're going to put in the web view link. So, web view link, save. This only took me basically 10 minutes and I'm already done with a complete automation basically on a simple onboarding system, right? Let's do the whole thing again. We're going to press on run once. We're going to fill out the form again, like this. We're going to put in the options. I'm going to put the same first name, last name. I think this should work. It doesn't work. Yes, it did. Perfect. Then we can put my email. We can put the company at $. If I now press submit, it runs the scenario. It did not send an email for some reason. Did we get the answer? Oh, I have to refresh my token. Great. Let's just do the normal. Does this work? Let's just see if it works. Nope. Okay, let's just add a new email. Connection type go restricted. Save. We're going to add my hello well design. Sure. Want to accept. We're going to accept. Now we can go back into here and it's verified. Perfect. Let's do a test. AC. Oh, we don't have a welcome email now. Yeah, okay. Perfect. Okay, now it works. Now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to run once again. We're going to redo this type form. Choice 1. We're going to fill out name. This one, my email, my website, and then press submit. If you go into, you can see it creates an email, sends an email, it creates Google Drive, edit tasks. We go into the ClickUp. We can see our new task in here. Even we have added some subtasks like review, submit brief, create, add copy. We've assigned myself. We add the due date, the priority. For 3 days from now, we have added phone numbers. We have added contact email. And we've added a drive folder. I can just press on this. I have a new folder inside of here. We can also, of course, auto invite users and so on. But yeah, there's more things you can do. And now if I just go into my email, I now have received my email. Hey, Max William, glad to have you on board. Here's a guide you can read. Link. Extremely simple. And that's how you can create a basic automation in 10 minutes on how you can onboard clients extremely easily. So you can do the same thing inside of ClickUp, right? We have a project intake form. So just press on view, press on a, let's say, form. You do project intake, feedback form on this, multiple stuff you can do. Let's just do project intake form. Let's call it well designed intake form. Nice. Well designed intake form. And now I can just call it project start. We can add my cover, we can add, of course, your logo and so on. We can just put some settings. We can add a nice background. I just use to search for like something like pattern. I just like having this colors, green background. I want a custom image. I did remove that pattern like this. Now, if you want to add all the stuff, you can just kind of add question. We can short test. Let's say add client name. Let's say company name. What's your company name? Name. I don't want the attachments. Project name, I don't have to name it. Name, company name. Let's say we want to add what's more is important. Platforms, maybe we can choose. We can add brand, assets, and so on. Of course, if you want, that's completely up to you. Long text, short text, and so on. You can add a bunch of stuff. Due date, start date, assignee, and so on. But yeah, this is just to show you an example. So if we press on settings, we can of course auto assign. We can create a task, apply templates, SEO template, redirect, button URL. I'm going to hide ClickUp branding, and it's going to do it like this in dark mode. Now, if I press on copy link, I can copy this into the platform. Then we get a nice onboarding form like this. I can write my name, company name. Hey. Hi. I use website. Submit. It submits the whole thing. Right. Thank you for submission. You can go back into your ClickUp board. Go back into the master board. And yeah, we have full submission from this name. And we have hey, some other fun stuff, platforms, notes need access to ad account. This is automatically, of course, created from the company. And we have, of course, a bunch of subtasks and so on, 13 of them, because I added a template, of course. But yeah, I hope you get the point. And to change, of course, more stuff, you can, of course, press on the settings. You can add other stuff, add questions, contacts, people's names. You can have ratings, votings, and of course you can add templates upon submission. You can assign auto assign persons, create task in this one. If you just want the name, of course you can just add your name, company name, contact information, and so on. Yeah, rebrand it how you want. Hopefully you get the point on what you can do inside of here. And the same as Typeform, but it is natively integrated inside of ClickUp, and that's kind of the big thing, right? I can delete those. And that's how I create a basic onboarding template. Basically, through make everything automatically, send email. You can of course add a ChatGPT inside of here. You can add create a completion prompt, or basically just review everything, chat with GPT, maybe summarize something about the company, say something interesting. Yeah, you get the point. You can add GPT before this. You can add message. So let's just use system. Write a nice welcome email for, and you just put Maximilian, right? I can run this single-handedly for, I'll get an output. Let's see if it loads. Results. Hey, welcome aboard. Here's a quick setup. First the emails. Getting set up. Meet the team. Like, you can get the point. You can of course write what you want inside of here. But yeah, and you can just send this automatically through the email by just writing the email inside of here, contact, and just press the results. Hopefully you get the point, and that's basically how to create a nice onboarding automatically within ClickUp or CRM system. Of course, it works the same for Monday. It works the same way for HubSpot. You just connect the right fields, all information, and just automatically add them from a type form. ClickUp form, fill out forms, because that's also free. So if you want to use fill out, it works the same way. It's completely free for you to use. Highly recommend fill out. Typeform is also it's like 25 euro a month, which can be a lot, but looks a bit more professional than any other form. So yeah, hopefully that makes sense. If you have any, of course, further questions or ideas I can post about, please let me know. And this is basically how we create a brand new system inside of ClickUp. Also, of course, we can have leads. You can do this for project intakes, for hiring intakes. You can add questions tailored to hiring. However you want to do this, you can do it yourself. So yeah, thank you for watching, and yeah, let me know.